The little couple, star Jen Arnold, has suffered a heart attack and is currently in very critical condition. Jen Arnold has been admitted to the hospital and is receiving medical care. She is fighting death. I will explain everything. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this urgent update. Today, we're diving into a shocking and heartbreaking story that has left fans around the world in disbelief. Jen Arnold, the beloved star of TLC's The Little Couple, has suffered a devastating heart attack. Right now, she's in a hospital bed, in critical condition, fighting for her life. This is a story of resilience, love, and hope, and we're here to bring you every detail as it unfolds. For those who know Jen, she's more than just a TV star. She's a brilliant neonatologist who has spent her life saving newborns, a devoted wife and mother, and inspiration to millions. Alongside her husband, Bill Klein, and their two adopted children, Will and Zoey, Jen has shared her extraordinary journey as a little person living with skeletal dysplasia. But today, that journey has taken a terrifying turn. It started as a typical Tuesday morning in the Arnold Klein household in St. Petersburg, Florida. The sun was just rising, casting a warm glow over their cozy home. Jen, as always, was up early. She'd spent the previous night reviewing patient charts for her neonatal intensive care unit at St. Petersburg General Hospital, where she's known for her tireless dedication. Jen was her usual self, focused, warm, and full of energy. She kissed Bill goodbye as he got the kids ready for school. Will, their 13-year-old son, was chattering about a science project, while Zoey, their 11-year-old daughter, was practicing a dance move she'd learned. It was a picture-perfect family moment, one that fans of the little couple have come to adore. It was around 9:30 a.m. when Jen felt the first signs. She was alone in her home office, preparing to head to the hospital for her shift. At first, it was just a tightness in her chest, a nagging discomfort she tried to brush off. Jen's no stranger to physical challenges. Her skeletal dysplasia has led to over 30 surgeries in her lifetime, and she's battled cancer. She's tough, but this was different. The tightness turned into a crushing pain, radiating across her chest like a vice squeezing her heart. Her breath came in short, shallow gasps. Then came the nausea, a wave so intense she doubled over. Sweat beaded on her forehead, and a dizzying lightheadedness made the room spin. These are the classic signs of a heart attack, medically known as a myocardial infarction. It happens when blood flow to the heart is blocked, often by a clot in a coronary artery. For Jen, it struck without warning. Jen knew something was terribly wrong. With trembling hands, she grabbed her phone to call Bill, who had just dropped the kids off at school and was on his way back home. Her voice was weak, barely a whisper. Bill's heart sank. He floored the gas pedal, racing back to their house. Meanwhile, Jen's strength was fading fast. She managed to dial 911 before collapsing onto the kitchen floor. Emergency call on 911. Jen, help, please. Chest pain, can't breathe. Dispatcher, ma'am, stay with me. An ambulance is on the way. Can you tell me where you are? The call lasted less than a minute before the line went silent. Jen's small frame lay motionless, her phone slipping from her hand. Within 8 minutes, though it felt like an eternity to Bill, an ambulance screeched to a halt outside their home. Paramedics burst through the door, finding Jen unconscious but still alive. Her pulse was faint, her breathing erratic. We've got a weak pulse. BP's dropping fast. Start chest compressions. I'm setting up the defibrillator. She's in VFib. Ventricular fibrillation. A deadly heart rhythm where the heart quivers instead of pumping blood. The paramedics worked with precision, delivering electric shocks to try to restart her heart. Bill arrived just as they were loading Jen onto a stretcher. Bill says, "Jen, oh God, please, tell me she's okay." "Sir, we're doing everything we can. She's critical. We need to get her to the hospital now." Jen was rushed to St. Petersburg General Hospital, the very place where she'd saved countless lives as a doctor. Now it was her colleagues' turn to fight for her. At 10:15 a.m., Jen arrived at the emergency department. She was immediately taken to the cardiac catheterization lab, where a team of cardiologists sprang into action. Her condition was dire. Her heart had sustained significant damage, and she was teetering on the edge of death. "Doctor, she's got a complete blockage in the LAD artery. We need to open it now. Prep for an angioplasty." The LAD, or left anterior descending artery, is often called the widowmaker because a blockage there is frequently fatal. Using a catheter, the team inserted a tiny balloon and stent to restore blood flow. It was a race against time. For 45 agonizing minutes, the doctors worked to save her. Meanwhile, Bill paced the waiting room, his mind racing with fear and memories of their life together. They'd met online over a decade ago, two little people who found love in a world that often overlooked them. Through Jen's cancer battle, countless surgeries, and the joys of adopting Will and Zoey, they'd built an unshakable bond. Now, Bill could only pray it wouldn't end here. Back at home, Bill's sister-in-law picked up Will and Zoey from school. The kids knew something was wrong. Mom wasn't there to greet them like usual. Bill sat them down, struggling to find the right words. Bill says, "Guys, Mommy's really sick right now. She's in the hospital, and the doctors are helping her. We need to be strong for her, okay?" Zoey says, "Is she going to be okay, Daddy?" Bill, I hope so, sweetie. We're all hoping so." Will, ever the thoughtful big brother, hugged Zoey tightly. At 13 and 11, they're too young to fully grasp the gravity, but they feel the weight of their mom's absence. Jen's always been their rock, the one who taught them to face the world with courage despite their own dwarfism. Her strength has shaped their family, and now, that strength is being tested like never before. By late afternoon, Jen was moved to the intensive care unit. She's alive, but barely. Sedated and on a ventilator. Her small body is hooked up to a web of tubes and monitors. Her heart is weak, and her oxygen levels are unstable. "Doctor, Miss Arnold's heart attack was severe. We've restored blood flow, but the damage is extensive. She's in cardiogenic shock. Her heart isn't pumping effectively. We're using medications and machines to support her, but the next 24 to 48 hours are critical." Cardiogenic shock is a life-threatening condition where the heart can't supply enough blood to the body. For Jen, her skeletal dysplasia may have played a role. The condition constrained the cardiovascular system over time, though she'd never shown signs of heart trouble before. Her doctors are also concerned about her lungs. The stress of the heart attack has caused fluid buildup, making breathing even harder. She's fighting death on multiple fronts. Every beep of the monitor is a reminder of how fragile her situation is, yet the medical team refuses to give up. They know Jen, she's one of their own, a colleague who's spent years in these very halls saving lives. Word of Jen's crisis spread like wildfire. By noon, fans of the little couple flooded social media with messages of love and support. Hashtags like "Pray for Jen" and "Stay Strong Jen" began trending worldwide. Viewers who followed Jen's journey, from her 2013 cancer diagnosis to her triumphant return to medicine, rallied around her. Celebrities, too, joined in. TLC released a statement saying, "We're devastated by Jen's condition and ask everyone to keep her in their thoughts." Her colleagues at the hospital set up a makeshift vigil in the break room, lighting candles and sharing stories of Jen's kindness. One nurse recalled how Jen stayed late to comfort a grieving mother, even after a 12-hour shift. Nurse says, "Jen's the heart of this place. She's tiny, but her spirit is huge. We're all praying she pulls through." Update. As evening fell, there was a small sign of progress. Jen's blood pressure stabilized slightly, and her oxygen levels improved with the ventilator's help. She's still unconscious, still critical, but it's a flicker of hope in a dark day. "Bill, I told her I love her. I don't know if she can hear me, but I'll keep telling her until she wakes up." Bill's unwavering faith mirrors Jen's own resilience. She beat cancer against the odds. She became a doctor despite a lifetime of physical hurdles. If anyone can defy death now, it's Jen Arnold. Jen's story reminds us how quickly life can change. One moment, she was planning her day, saving babies, loving her family. The next, she was fighting for every breath. It's a wake-up call to cherish our loved ones and know the signs of a heart attack. Chest pain, shortness of breath, nausea, lightheadedness. Don't ignore them. Call 911 immediately. Jen's survival so far is thanks to Bill's quick thinking and the paramedics' speed. As we close this update, we ask you to join us in supporting Jen. Use hashtag #PrayForJen to send your love. Hug your family a little tighter tonight. And stay with us. We'll bring you every update on her fight for life. More update. The little couple, Jen Arnold, takes exotic trip on big day, but why? Jen Arnold reveals family may be in danger. And the little couple, Jen Arnold, fighting to keep teens safe. How? I will explain everything. Jen Arnold, star of The Little Couple, is very committed to helping those in need. Her most recent reports indicate that, on a significant day, she boarded an aircraft bound for an unusual locale. Where is she going? And why is this such a significant day? Jen Arnold is still highly visible to the public, despite the fact that she is no longer seen on television due to the cancellation of The Little Couple. She has an enormous social media following despite no longer appearing on television, and she utilizes it to advocate for subjects that are important to her. She recently brought attention to a campaign regarding a new Instagram feature that aims to make the platform safer for kids to use. For Jen, who is a mother to Will and Zoey Klein, this is a matter of personal importance, as it is for other social causes she supports. In observance of International Dwarfism Awareness Day, Jen Arnold just had a very eventful day. Jen made sure to sing the praises of all the tiny people on this unique day, which is a worldwide celebration honoring them. The famous member of The Little Couple wrote, "On this International Dwarfism Awareness Day, we honor the remarkable tenacity, diversity, and individuality of the dwarfism population. Let us recognize the achievements of people with dwarfism, bring attention to the issue, and dispel myths and prejudices. If we work together, we can create an environment where all people feel safe to be themselves. And here's to celebrating variety and realizing that we're all lovely in our own unique ways." Jen Arnold went on to remark, "Together, we can make a difference by amplifying the voices of those living with dwarfism and working toward a more inclusive world." Jen Arnold launched yet another major upgrade on top of commemorating this momentous occasion. She announced her journey to her fans that she was going to Ethiopia. Foreign Dwarfism Awareness Day is a perfect time for Jen to book her foreign flight. As Jen Arnold informed her fans of The Little Couple, she is going on a trip to Ethiopia and another African country to perform some incredible global health work. As Jen and her colleagues do their best to aid people all over the globe, healthcare simulation will take center stage. The Little Couple, Jen Arnold, reveals family may be in danger? But how? Famous member of The Little Couple, Jen Arnold, recently shared a concerning update on social media. Are her loved ones in danger? Our current understanding is as follows. Jen Arnold, Bill Klein, and their family have been no strangers to relocation, as fans of The Little Couple know from experience. Their recent travels have taken them from Texas to Florida, and most recently, Massachusetts. Their friends and family are spread out around the globe due to their extensive moving experiences. The Klein twins, Will and Zoey, will be spending their teenage years in Boston, which will open up many doors for them socially and experientially. Despite their contentment in the North, they long for the company of loved ones back home in states like Florida. Jennifer Arnold is understandably concerned about her loved ones in Florida, according to her most recent social media posts regarding The Little Couple. After Hurricane Helene wreaked havoc on Florida and the neighboring regions, Jen jumped on Instagram to share her thoughts. "My heart is in St. Petersburg," Jen told her The Little Couple followers. "At least my family isn't in harm's way just yet, but I am grateful for that." At nearly 4 feet, My aunt and uncle are underwater. I pray that my parents' house is also unaffected. There will be a lot of people affected by the enormous surge and flooding in my hometown. Be careful and remember everyone in #Helene's path. Jen Arnold and her family frequently return to Florida to see loved ones and take advantage of the beaches, as fans of the little couple know. As a result, Jen and her family may be found making regular trips back to Florida. To that end, many of her fans empathize with her and her struggles, particularly those involving the stress that comes from worrying about people close to her. What Jen Arnold said about her family in her hometown suggests that, considering everything, they were fortunate. Jen assured her viewers of the little couple that this does not absolve her relatives from any responsibility at this time. Meanwhile, fans expressed their support for those affected by the natural tragedy by sharing encouraging comments and good words. Despite my best intentions, my thoughts will not assist them. Nevertheless, prayer will. I feel terrible for everyone who was affected by this, added another responder. I will remember you and your loved ones in my prayers, added a third individual. The little couple Jen Arnold fighting to keep teens safe. How? After becoming popular on TLC's The Little Couple, Jen Arnold uses her platform to speak out for causes she believes in and promotes awareness of issues she cares about. According to her most recent statements, she is speaking out to assist ensure the safety of teenagers. In what way? When Jen Arnold and Bill Klein chose to make their life public on The Little Couple, they garnered an enormous fan base. Fans still enjoy watching Jen and Bill's family updates online, even though the show hasn't been on television since 2019, and the happy pair has managed to keep a large portion of their fans over the years. Since TLC is planning to air a handful of episodes from a later season of The Little Couple, Bill Klein even hinted that the show might return. In an effort to gauge public opinion, Bill polled his followers and found that an overwhelming majority would be interested in seeing the family return to television if they were to return to the medium. Despite Jen Arnold's departure from filming The Little Couple alongside her husband and children, she continues to utilize her immense social media following to advocate for topics she deeply believes in and raise awareness about important issues. The fact that Jen is so passionate about what she believes in is something that many admire, even though not everyone shares her opinions. Whether it's a medical issue or something related to aiding children, Jen Arnold isn't afraid to speak out for what she believes in, even when it's controversial. The fact that she is a fierce advocate is something that her fans love about her. According to Jen Arnold's most recent posts on The Little Couple, the addition of teen accounts to Instagram has garnered a lot of attention. Encouraging the safety of teens is the objective of this project. Limiting the kind of things that teens can see on the network and who can contact them are two of its main features. Will and Zoey Klein are the only people who could ever benefit from this kind of feature. Thus, Jen is not endorsing some meaningless cause, rather it has an effect on her children. According to Jen, it's crucial to have the right safety net in place and to work on building independence, an aspect that many fans of The Little Couple agree with. The Little Couple, Jen Arnold reveals devastating sickness. Members of The Little Couple cast, including Jen Arnold, recently broke terrible news to their fans on social media. What then was the mother of two's most recent update about? Following Jen Arnold on social media is the only way fans can get reliable updates while The Little Couple has been off the air. Even though his wife posts to Instagram frequently, Bill Klein rarely does the same. Those interested in what's going on with Arnold and Klein will have to wait for Jen to provide updates. Jen Arnold recently announced on social media that she and her family from The Little Couple were excited for summer. A short video of Jen's back porch, which looks out over her backyard and a forest in the distance, was uploaded online. It appears to be the perfect summer mood, what with all the lounge chairs and everything. Jen Arnold has been spending her free time lately fostering Zoey Klein's affinity for animals. The Arnold/Klein household is not only inhabited by a family of 4, but also by numerous pets. Jen has uploaded videos of their rabbits and Zoey Klein tending to them. Zoey Klein seems to have embraced all of their furry pals with open arms. Zoey Klein's passion for animals has led many fans of the little couple to speculate that she could one day become a veterinarian. Fans of the little couple know that Jen and Biddle always tell Will and Zoey to do what makes them happy. So in the years to come, it will be fascinating to observe her choices. Jen Arnold broke some terrible news to her fans of the little couple when she was busy getting ready for summer and helping Zoey Klein with their domestic animals. Jen, it seems, tested positive for COVID-19 not long ago. After receiving good news from her latest exam, she decided to share it on her story. In addition, she included the following. Yep, I'm sick. The Arnold family's summer plans will undoubtedly be disrupted by this. The good news is that Jen is a doctor, so she will know just what to do to protect her loved ones. Nonetheless, no one is looking forward to hearing this kind of news. Fans of the little couple are currently sending prayers and well wishes. I pray that Jen has a speedy and trouble-free recovery so that she and her family can relish in the summertime. The little couple, Jen Arnold, shares heartbreaking damage and death. While traveling to Florida to assess the devastation and loss caused by the recent natural disasters, Jen Arnold, a cast member of the little couple, delivered a devastating update. In light of this new information, what else did Jen say? Jen Arnold, Bill Klein, Will Klein, and Zoey Klein have all been residing in Boston for a while, as fans of the little couple who follow her recent updates are aware. They spent some time in Florida and Texas before relocating to New England. But Jen Arnold's home state of Florida will forever hold a special place in her heart. Jen Arnold and her family from the little couple adore their new home in Boston, but they still take trips to Florida to enjoy the beaches and other attractions whenever they need a break from the chilly weather. Plus, there are relatives and friends in Florida that the family can visit. Jen Arnold is now in Florida to evaluate the damage and check on loved ones after the devastating hurricane that hit the area. According to her latest of social media updates, she shared a tragic video from her time there. One dear friend and colleague has passed away as a result, which is bad news for Jen. Back home for a few days, Jen wrote in her caption, I am heading to see how my family is doing after the hurricanes. Even more tragically, I must inform you that I am here due to an event that I was unable to discuss during my live broadcast, the passing of a beloved colleague and friend. It is too dreadful and sad to put into words. When I visit my loved ones, I will be sure to update everyone, sending prayers to his loved ones. Not only are Jen Arnold and her family dealing with the aftermath and destruction, but so are countless other residents. Damage abounds and millions of lives are irrevocably changed as a consequence of the conflict between Helene and Milton. Following Jen Arnold's latest update regarding her return to Florida to visit friends and family, numerous fans of the little couple expressed their condolences and shared personal tales about what they went through. Get ready for your visit, someone said. On these barrier islands, devastation has occurred. My deepest condolences. I am truly sorry for your loss. You are truly in my prayers. Another said, my deepest sympathies on your loss, Jen. My deepest sympathies go out to you and your loved ones. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.